It's time we talk about Saturn and Pisces because I got a very different view on this transit than I've seen before. And you know what? Astrology is an interpretive art, so this is the way that I'm choosing to interpret it. Roll with me on this. It's going to take me a second to explain. Saturn is the farthest planet that we can see with the naked eye. So, like forever, it's kind of represented the boundary of our visible solar system here. So it's got that kind of hard edge feeling to it. So when you talk about Saturn in astrology, a lot of people are talking about it like it's a hard planet. It teaches us difficult, dense, heavy lessons. And I get it. And Pisces is a sentimental water sign. So a lot of people are going to refer to Saturn and Pisces as a dense emotional period, heavy feelings that you're going to be moving through and wading in those waters. And it's going to feel very melancholy. It doesn't have to. A fundamental, motto in astrology is as above, so below, meaning what's going on up there is kind of reflected down here on Earth, okay? So that said, why do we always refer to Saturn as a heavy planet? Because did you know that Saturn is the lightest planet in proportion to its size? It would literally float in the ocean if there was an ocean big enough to hold it. It would float. It's made of gas. And quite frankly, Pisces rules the ocean. So if Saturn's in Pisces, then Saturn would float, okay? It's floating. It is not going to sink. You will not be submerged. You're not going to deal with emotional matters that are literally so deep and overwhelming that you're going to drown during this transit. Please listen to me, especially if you have your Saturn in Pisces and you're terrified about this Saturn return. It doesn't have to submerge you. Traditionally, Saturn is known to show us the difficulties of what it means to be human, right? But Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac. It's gone through the human experience. Now it wants to transcend the harshness of the real world. Saturn in Pisces is your ability to float above the crap below, okay? So for me, I am looking at Saturn in Pisces like a lotus flower. What do I mean? A lotus flower looks light and delicate, but it's really, really strong and resilient. It has to push itself up through muddy, murky waters, and then it comes out on top and it grows. And any difficult currents underneath that lotus flower are actually nourishing it, providing it with nutrients. It is able to grow and blossom and be beautiful on the surface. So for me, this is about learning to rise above emotional currents as they happen and do it with an ease and a grace and a beauty that Pisces is known for. And this is not the traditional view of Saturn and Pisces. I might be overly idealistic, which Pisces can be, but I think your thoughts matter. And this is how I'm choosing to think about Saturn and Pisces. It doesn't have to submerge you. You can rise above. Transcend.